welcoming and nature-forward first impression. Here we have an aerial view of the entrance showing those beautiful tree lines and land development where the working farm will go. So now let's dig into a bit more about what makes the grow an agrihood. In this artist rendering, you can see the overall vision for our 9-acre professionally worked farm and get a feel for where your community gatherings will take place. There's a lot to get through in learning about each new building, but first, let's meet the leader of our farm team, Nicole.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and I'm going to be the farmer at The Grow. I've been working professionally as a farmer since 2009 and as a tenant, self-employed farmer since 2012. My favorite part of working in agriculture is connecting with other people through food. And the concept of The Grow and the role of this farm will be open to the residents. People will be able to come and see what's actually happening and how their food gets produced.
The first building we're going to talk about today is our farm stand, located just off of Colonial Drive, which can be seen from the roadway. This space is open to the public where we will be selling our locally grown produce in our 600 square foot open air structure. There will also be a 7,000 square foot demo farm in the front. And again, this is open to the public and free to walk through. Now here we have our harvest barn. Now this is a really unique structure in that this is where the produce is going to be processed, cleaned, and packaged and ready to go, made for either the market at the farm stand or the CSA produce box. What's a CSA box, you say? Let me tell you a little bit more about that. Moving on.
Community Supported Agriculture, or CSA, is a partnership between a farm and its community, where households purchase a share of the season's harvest. At The Grow, we call this our Farm Share program. When you join, you're not just receiving freshly harvested food, you're supporting the farm, the farmers, and a way of living that's rooted in seasonality, sustainability, and connection to the land. Once the farm's harvest cycle is established, Farm Share members receive a harvest box, a thoughtfully curated collection of fresh farm flavors alongside locally sourced artisanal goods. The contents change with the seasons, reflecting what's growing, what's thriving, and what's best right now. Some weeks it's vegetables and herbs just picked from the fields. Other weeks it's local bread, honey, or handmade goods that complement the harvest. It's food with a story, a rhythm you can feel, and a simple way to stay connected to the farm. The green heart of life at the Grow.
Being a resident and taking advantage of that CSA program is so important. I know as someone that has used those online food service programs, when it gets to the home, there's a lot of extra packaging that you don't really need. You just end up throwing away. So having access to something within your community, just grab and take home will be a great advantage to you. Speaking of being in the community, here's another one of our beautiful buildings here called the Gathering Barn. This is more like your event space, so where you can have weddings, retirements, birthday parties, great space to come, bring people together and celebrate. What's nice about it is that there will also be a demo kitchen inside where we will take the local produce, bring it inside and teach the residents and their kids how to use them in their, test kitchen. There'll also be a small bar, restrooms, and the HOA office is located here. Now here's another great rendering of our event lawn, which showcases our pagoda, pizza oven, and open green space, as well as our silo bar where you can bring your own beer and wine and hang out and enjoy and meet new people. It's a great place to have potlucks. You can enjoy cocktails, mocktails, even have a movie night on the lawn in the evenings. So there's lots of great activities that can be done right in your backyard. And finally, we have our Welcome Center. This is where your friends and family can come to meet you or just to learn more about the Grow and what makes it so special. Another great reason to visit the Welcome Center is our fitness center as well as cafe. Now, that's not all we're just offering at this community. It's not just about the agrihood. There's also some other great amenities and features to offer. Let's check them out. So on top of all those fantastic agrihood features, we are also offering walking trails, which go approximately 12 miles around the community. There'll be multiple pocket parks, community gardens for those that want to get their hands dirty, a dog park, a resort-style pool, playfield, food truck parking, and more to come, led by our team with Envy. We are incredibly proud to partner with Envy and Agmenity to bring an unparalleled lifestyle to our residents. Agmenity is an expert leader in agrihood development, delivering authentic farming programmings with experiences that connect residents to the land. Now, Envy is a top tier lifestyle team creating intentional experiences that people look forward to year after year. So, now that we've learned all about the farming and the features, let's dip into what type of home has you ready to bloom. Now, it's not just about the living in the area with the farm and the activities, it's all about growing that community. And that's where the Grow pillars come in. We have five different pillars set on continuing to engage the community and give back to the land. So, let's learn a little bit more about them. Seasonal traditions start with you and grow with community. Audi has created some fantastic seasonal activities to bring the community together and enjoy the fruits of our labor. So, for instance, our Spring Bloom Fest is where we'll bring different flowers in to make bouquets, flower crowns, and do a plant and seed swap booth. There's also the Harvest Homecoming, which is an autumnal inspired festival that includes acoustic live music, a costume contest for the puppies, hay rides, farm walks, hot cider, and my personal favorite, the s'mores bar. There's going to be plenty of activities to do, all taken care of by our partner with Envy. Our Route to Sky pillar is focused on nature. With the Rooted Tour, residents get to tour the community gardens and get a sneak peek of what's possibly growing at the grow, as well as possibly learning what will be coming in their CSA box. Our Soil Stories is where residents get to learn a little bit more about the Florida soil and composting, as well as best practices to get their flowers to bloom. Our Mindful Miles Nature Walk is a weekly community meetup where residents are encouraged to get in shape and get their steps in while enjoying those beautiful nature trails throughout the community. Seedlings at the Grow is all about the youth. At the tiny table, our mini chefs can use our farm fresh produce in our mastered cooking classes. At the Garden Science Lab, kids can learn all the important attributes on how to grow plants, including the soil, weather, and types of gardening. And for our artistic ones, we have the crafts from the earth. Here's where they'll create wind chimes, seed mosaics, leaf rubbings, and bird feeders. Kids can also adopt a plant for the season. Sown and savored is really where we're going to make that connection between our food and our community. First, we'll have our Seed to Supper monthly potluck, which is where residents get together and share their food and recipes. Plus, the best recipe of the month will be added to our community cookbook. We'll also have our farm to table dinners, which will be quarterly, and this is where we will gather and residents can dine outside, enjoy a fresh meal, some farm grown produce, and we can elevate that event with some live music and cocktails and mocktails. And then finally, we will have our Lunchbox Lab, which is our educational classes on healthy foods and how to make them daily. And our final pillar is our grounded goodness. This is one of my personal favorites as it's something a little bit different than the regular gym aspect. First, we'll have our outdoor mat Pilates, which will be led by an instructor weekly. This will focus on connection to the outdoors and nature. Next, we'll have our Farm Fit Boot Camp. It's a little bit more high intensity for those that want to get their sweat on. Now, instead of using regular weights, we're actually going to be using farm-based equipment. So that's going to mean maybe some dried corn or grain to simulate weights. And then finally, we will have our Sounds of Soil. This is where we'll have our sound healing sessions, which will deeply restore your nervous system, your mind, and body balance. As mentioned before, this isn't just about a community, it's about a lifestyle. And here we have an example of what your community calendar will look like so you can stay as active as you want throughout the month. Each activity offers a new opportunity to meet new people and make new connections. How will you know what type of produce will be available each month? Well, that's easy. You can check out our harvesting plan. You will get to see what type of produce is available and even help plan your seasonal meals based on what will be available at that time. This is a great opportunity for you to engage in types of new fruits and vegetables and make some certain specialty holiday dishes that you may not have tried before. So another great feature about being a part of the Grow community is that you'll have access to our local community cookbook. This is where you get to try different recipes and share your own with fresh items grown right in your agrihood. I know I personally will be trying my hand at those lemon basil bars, and I can highly recommend those citrus simmer pots to give your home a fresh scent. And honestly, those plugins just cannot replicate it. With so much going on, it can sometimes feel like you may not know where to go to find everything. And that is where our new community app comes in. You can learn about different community events, crop schedules, newsletters, signups, and all from the palm of your hand. Staying connected has never been so easy. So now that we've learned all about the farm and the amenities and our pillars, let's go ahead and find out a little bit more about what you are looking for in your new home. So, out of our 5 home series, which one is right for you? Be it our Townhome Aurora series, our Bungalow series in the Ember or Haven, and then our single families in the Forever and Legacy series. With 21 different floor plans, there's an option made for everybody. Let's get started with our townhomes in the Aurora series. These are perfect for those that want low and easy maintenance. They offer a detached garage with a private courtyard between the home and the garage space, along with 9'1" ceilings on the first floor and 8'1" on the second. These are great plans, especially for those that want easy, low maintenance. Next, we have our 34-foot bungalows in the Ember series. These 3 plans offer fantastic space with the bedrooms upstairs, as well as 8'7" ceiling heights on the first floor and 8'1" on the second. Next, we have our 40-foot bungalows in the Haven series. Here, we can offer our single-story Dillon, as well as our Mabel plan, which is great because it offers a detached garage, and you can even upgrade to the Mabel 2, which has a garage apartment. So now we're moving into our 50-foot wide home site single family home forever series. These homes offer gas utilities, a microwave vented to the exterior, as well as 9'4" ceilings on the first floor and 8'1" on the second. Now with our 2-story plans such as the Tower and Whitestone, for the Tower the owner suite is located upstairs, whereas the Whitestone it is located downstairs. And for our last 2 homes in the Forever series, we have our Coral Grand, which takes that single story coral and adds a second floor with a loft, 2 bedrooms, and an additional bathroom, as well as our Yorkshire, which has a 5 bedroom home and a loft space in the corner, perfect for a media room. And finally, we have our Forever series, offering a 60-foot wide home site for our single family homes. Showcased here are Mahogany and Merlot, 2 beautiful single-story plans with 3-car garages and 10'8" ceiling heights. Now, what's nice about these is that you can add a second floor for additional space, which gives you a full loft, additional bedroom, and bathroom. And our final 2 homes in this roundup will be part of our Legacy series, and that's going to be the Oakhurst and the Roseland. These homes are beautifully laid out and have plenty of space for your growing family or just extra space for when family comes to visit from out of town. These homes offer 10-foot ceilings on the first floor and 9'1" on the second. So that we've gone through all 21 floor plans, let's learn a little bit more about where you're going to be choosing to put those homes. All right, so here is our first release for Phase 4. This phase is located just north of the farming area and will be right around our future amenity center. Here we have our townhomes, 34-foot bungalows, Forever and Legacy series. Now, what's nice about this location is that you're right by the future amenity center. You can have easy access getting in and out of the community, as well as some of those lots have some beautiful views of the conservation with the tree lines. We will also be opening up our Phase 8 for the initial lot release. This phase is located just north of Phase 4, with also easy access to everything. What's nice about this location is that it will have our 40-foot bungalows as well as our Forever and Legacy series. There will also be some nice corner lots, some pie-shaped lots, so be sure to check these out. Now, I know these maps are small, so don't worry. I will be sending out an enlarged version of these maps along with the registration for your VIP pre-sale appointment. All right, so I know you're already ready to go. But I want to give you even more, and that's where the HOA comes in. So the HOA is going to include your base assessment, your farm-based assessment, the common area reserves, as well as bulk cable and 1 gig of high-speed internet. So not only do you get to enjoy the farm amenities, the area amenities, including the pool, the green spaces, you also get to work from home, play streaming services, stream games, and then for the townhomes, the HOA also includes landscaping, irrigation, and mulch, all at a fantastic price. Are you ready to get things secured? Here are your earnest money deposit requirements. So based on the type of financing and your home series, you will see how much money will be needed at time of contract. We hold this throughout the entire build, which takes about 6 to 8 months to complete, and then we put it towards your closing costs at the closing table. If you have questions, please talk to your sales consultant and they can tell you a little bit more about the structure. Now, we want to make things as easy as possible, and by working with our Pulte partners, we can provide a seamless buying experience. Pulte Insurance has you covered for those unexpected happenings, and by financing with Pulte Mortgage, you can benefit from competitive rates as well as special incentives. Plus, you can look forward to closing being lined up seamlessly with Pulte Title. We won't just build you a new home, we'll stand behind it. That is the Pulte warranty. Feel comfortable in knowing that we build your home solid from the ground up and have you covered after completion. This warranty covers you for 10 years on the structural integrity of the home, 5 years for water intrusion and internal leaks, specific to Pulte, 2 years for plumbing, HVAC, electric, and mechanical systems, and 1 year for materials and craftsmanship. You can also enjoy knowing that if your living situation changes, the warranty is transferable. All right, I know there was a lot of great information. I know that you're excited to get things started. I'm excited. My team's excited. So let's talk about the next steps to get you into the grow. First is going to be to schedule your VIP presale appointment. On Friday, February 27th at 9 a.m., you will receive an email with a Sign Up Genius link. This link will provide you with appointment times, so please choose the day and time that work best for you. Also, keep in mind that appointments are first come, first serve. So the earlier the appointment, the better opportunity you have to secure the home site of your choosing. Appointments will also be limited, so book as early as possible so you don't miss out. If you're a realtor, please be sure to put the buyer details in when scheduling the appointment. Next, step 2 will be our one-on-one pre-appointment call with your dedicated sales consultant. These calls will be taking place between February 28th and March 18th, and do not fret if you don't hear from anyone within the first week or so. There's a lot of people they'll be going through, but they will be reaching out. It is important that when they do reach out, that you pick up or you reach out back out to them, as if we do not hear from you, we may have to reschedule to a different date. Now, when they do make contact with you, they're going to try to meet with you ahead of your appointment so they can review your home design and personalize your new home on paper. They will be able to tour the community with you so you can help you identify your favorite home site. Step 3 at your appointment. The first round of VIP appointments and contract writing. This will start on March 21st and go through March 29th. This is where you'll be able to secure your favorite home site, go to contract, and lock in your pricing. For those that are doing in-person appointments, they will be held on-site with the address provided by your sales consultant. Virtual appointments will be held via Microsoft Teams and also provided the link from your sales consultants. Now, keep in mind again, first come, first serve. These earlier appointments are booked and they receive the first opportunity, so you really don't want to miss out. Don't miss your appointment. Well, I've had an extreme pleasure telling you all about this fantastic community. I know that you're excited to get things started. So thank you so much for joining this information session. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and I will be happy to assist. Hope you have a great day and I look forward to seeing you here at The Grow.